For more than 3 decades, Daylesford has been Mary Faith's home. But it's almost impossible to welcome anyone else.
To get long-term rental, just can't. Don't even think about it, really.
Like many popular tourist towns around the nation, Daylesford, about 1.5 hours drive from Melbourne, has struggled as long-term rentals have been converted to short-stay accommodation through platforms like Airbnb, with devastating consequences.
The Community Health Service used to get 50 applications for a job for somebody in healthcare. They get 2 now because there's no place for them to stay.
The reason? A bed-based gold rush. A new report estimates properties on the short-term rental market in popular areas are earning tens of thousands of dollars more per year than long-term rentals in the same areas. The median figure is more than 80% higher returns.
This is a seismic shift really in terms of investment returns.
And distorting what gets built for the future.
The growth in Airbnbs is akin to 74% of new housing supply being lost.
In the Hepburn Shire, that includes Daylesford, the report suggests that with what's been converted and built, 3/4 of the new housing supply in the past decade was consumed by short-term rentals.
Then I read the possibility that almost all the new build goes to short-term accommodation. That's a crime.
Barcelona is banning the short-term trade, while local councils and state governments here in Australia are trying levies, caps on the number of nights a property can be let, and higher taxes and rates.
It's just not working. And when you look at the difference in revenue that short-term operators can make, you can see why it hasn't.
Airbnb disputes the figures in the report and says it advocates for stronger regulation of the sector.
If the problem is abundance, the solution could be scarcity. The report advocates for short-term rentals to require permits and for the number of permits to be slowly reduced. This would theoretically increase their value and cost and push the owners of more marginal properties to seek better returns by converting their properties back to the long-term rental market.
It's similar to the model of Australia's short-lived carbon tax, and because it impacts property values, would probably be about as controversial.
The last thing you're trying to do is crunch the market.
The Shire around Daylesford has more than 1,400 listed short-term rentals, but Mr Fitzgerald estimates 300 of them are marginal and rented less frequently.
If such a licensing system was to come on board, we estimate that they would pretty quickly return to the traditional housing market, delivering much needed supply.
There's a desire to do something. Trevor Shard hosts short-stay visitors at a building on his property and is a director of a not-for-profit organisation trying to unlock council land to use for affordable housing.
We would like to see people to be able to accommodate themselves within the town itself rather than having to go elsewhere. It's a lovely community here and we would like to see more people able to actually share the community here.
In a crisis, there are rarely simple or painless solutions.